Hey, what's up, everyone? It's your old pal Oliver is Awesome back here again.
And I'm here too. I'm just on the floor.
Okay. Anyway, today I'm.
Today is going to be a kind of informational video on the Nintendo 2DS. Kind of like a review, if you will. Like on this one. Now, let's say that, let's say you are a newcomer and you've never had a 3DS of any kind before in your entire life and you want to get back into it but can't afford the 3DS, 3DS XL, new 3DS or new 3DS XL, and you can only afford one of these but can't decide between the 2DS or the 2DS XL. If that's the case, then this video is for you.
Now, personally, I'm not really too big a fan of the Nintendo 2DS XL because, I don't really feel like it's a very good design. I mean, the top bit feels kind of flimsy. Like, it feels kind of flimsy. And it's also very thin. And that is definitely very thin, as you can see there, very thin. Whereas the bottom part of it is very thick. And if you're playing in bed, the hinge can kind of fall forward a little bit. Like like that kind of. I can't really show it off very well, but it's like that. And as well as that, it doesn't have a very good hinge. I've got to say, I'm not impressed by what I'm looking at hinge-wise. I mean, what's this? What's this thing? What's this? How can you call that a hinge? Um, Now, this is where the 2DS comes in. It cuts out bells and whistles and renders the experience to just the essential. And because there's no hinge, I can confidently play 3DS games without worry of the hinge wearing down over time and just snapping off. So I very much appreciate that. And it's more comfortable to hold. And if we're going to be honest, it's cheaper. This is a much cheaper. This is much cheaper than that as a whole. And just to give you an idea of how much cheaper it is, the 2DS, I was able to pick up at my local second-hand gaming shop for literally the price of a Nintendo Switch game. Discounted, obviously, but I got this for the price of a Nintendo Switch game, and it came with a free charger. And I bought Animal Crossing with it as well. And for the sake of something like, I don't know, for the sake of a gaming console that's literally the price of a Nintendo Switch game, you're getting a much more comfortable unit with better buttons, etc. that does the job for you, and it does the job. You have access to the full 3DS library of games and the DS library of games, so you can play any games from the 3DS or DS library, and I believe DSi as well. Whereas with this, yes, it has the bigger screens. Yes, it has the Amiibo compatibility, but do bear in mind that if you're a newcomer and you can't really afford the 3DS, 3DS XL, new 3DS, or new 3DS XL, and you can only afford this or that, I'd definitely go for this one because it's a much more comfortable unit, it's cheaper, you have access to the full 3DS library of games and the DS library. The only games that it won't play are Guitar Hero on the DS and the new 3DS exclusive games. But then again, it's only Xenoblade, and who really plays that? Um,
And it also has it's also got a much better stylus placement.
mm-hmm.
Because the stylus goes in right there, whereas on this one, the stylus goes in the bottom there, which isn't very convenient. And it has better viewing angles. Like, let's say if we wanted to load the camera app, I'll load the camera app on both of these. Just wait for them to load up for a bit. This is how I'd You see, because the cameras are on the top of this. So this is how I'd frame up a shot if I wanted to take a picture of that pillow over there. And the cameras are down here, which isn't very convenient. So this is how I'd frame up a shot on the 2DS XL. And as well as that, it's got a better speaker. Admittedly, it's only got the one, but the speaker is right there. And it gives better audio, whereas these, the speakers on the 2DS XL are there and there. So if you're playing this like in bed, chances are you're going to cover the speakers up and make the experience a little bit worse for yourself. The headphone jack is right there, and which is more convenient. And bizarrely enough, the 3D thing, the 3D cube is still right there for presumably full hardware compatibility, meaning you can play a game, you can take pictures in 3D but not display them, maybe?
I never know.
It is smaller than the 2DS XL, but because it's smaller than the 2DS XL, it's got a more portable size, and it fits more comfortably in the hand, and its lack of 3D makes it better for young children to safely play with it, and also the hinge being gone also makes it better for younger children to play with it, because they're not messing about with the hinge, and if you get them one with a hinge, chances are they're going to break it somehow, or they're going to hit themselves in the face with the top bit as they open it. So we definitely recommend the 2DS to any newcomers, because...
Okay, if I'm going to be honest, the 2DS is built to last. Like, there's no hinge, and it's more portable. The buttons are quieter on the device overall, and it's a much cheaper unit. So if you're new to the 3DS and you haven't had one at all but can only afford a 2DS or 2DS XL, I'd recommend the 2DS. I think the 2DS is worth it if you want to join the 3DS party. You get it very cheaply, and like I said, I got it for the price of a Switch game, discounted. You could do that yourself. Go out, get a 2DS. I highly recommend them if you're going to join the 3DS party in 2024. The 2DS is definitely the best way to go because it's more comfortable and it fits in both hands really well, and it's a much simplified version, and it's also built to last because there's no hinge. Whereas on here, this hinge doesn't look like it's been built very well. There are the 3DS systems do have hinges, but they were sort of different. This one is this 2DS XL doesn't really have a very good hinge at all. So I don't know, I didn't really like this design much. But if you're going to join the 3DS library, I highly recommend the 2DS. Because just... If you don't know why, then watch this video again. So thank you guys for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later with whatever else I choose to bring you.